Hello. Okay, I think we will begin without further ado. Alright, first and foremost, I'd like to welcome everyone to our public lecture today, which is titled Economic Empowerment for People with Disabilities. My name is Ruben, and I will be your MC for today. Before we begin, I would like to talk a bit about our title today, which is Economic Empowerment for People with Disabilities. For your information, people with disabilities is defined as those who have long-term physical, mental, intellectual, or sensory impairment, which in interaction with various may hinder their full and effective participation in society. And according to the United Nations, there are about 290,000 persons with disabilities in Malaysia. It is sad fact, but persons with disabilities are constantly faced with a number of discriminations, in particular is employment. So that's why we have today's topic to actually address the problem when it comes to persons with disabilities. So without further ado, I would like to invite, I forgot to mention that today's lecture is also held in conjunction with Nottingham, and I would like to invite Puya to say a few words as well as to introduce our speaker. A round of applause, please.
Thanks very much. Thank you guys for joining us today. We had the pleasure of meeting Dr. Katijah last semester, who was here for a talk, and we came up with this amazing opportunity to set up a charity carnival and raise some funds and work closely with MCR and Rumah Cheshire, Dr. Paduka. And so as a lot of you might know, March 19th is a date that we set, and we've been working really hard for the past few months. Carnival setting, we're going to have lots of games, booths, food, and performances. A lot of music. Performances by a friend from MCR. We're going to have some really good performances. There's a Satu Malaysia dance as well that we're looking forward to. So we hope you're all going to join us on that day, and please help.
Vintage cars.
And vintage cars, the highlight of the event.
70 cars. I got a confirmation.
70 cars confirmed. Vintage cars driving all the way from KL in a convoy up to our campus. So they're going to be displayed all over campus, and it's going to be spectacular. I think nothing like this has ever been done before by any other university. I'm pretty sure. So Nottingham will bring a spine on March 19th, and we hope to see all of you there. And support us. Bring your family, bring your friends. If you have people who want to sponsor the event, please do let us know. We'll work with them. Anything they want, we can help them out. All right?
Please buy the coupons.
Please buy the coupons, everybody. Please buy the coupons. There's the head of finance and the treasurer of the SA, so he's dealing with the coupons. So thank you guys for joining us today. I introduced Dr. Ghazali, who's the president of MCR, among many other things. But yes, he will take it from here. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for the very kind introduction. I've always enjoyed coming back to universities because during my younger days, not so long ago, I graduated in 1966 from the University of Malaya. At that time on the campus, I was the social secretary of the Students' Union. So it was my job, certainly my responsibility, to have an event almost every weekend. Or else I'll be, what shall we say, skinned alive by my fellow undergraduates within the campus. And at that time, we also have in the University of Malaya the Speaker's Corner, modeled on Hyde Park, London. And that was another event that we enjoyed very much. We are trying to bring it all back now. And certainly one of the activities that we like to sort of reintroduce to campuses in Malaysia, both public and private universities, both local and international, like Nottingham, is to bring back a breath of fresh air, what university education is about, the universality of education. And this is something which I subscribe to fully, and which I do almost religiously every week, here and there. Often like that this Friday, off to University of Science Malaysia next Monday, off to Sarawak, off to Sabah, and things like that. Because the government has suddenly realized that university education is just not knowledge and information gathering, but it's the ability to use whatever knowledge that you have learned and put it to good use. And today's lecture is an excellent example of what's happening now. acknowledge that there are disabled people in our midst, and they are part and parcel of our inclusive society. Malaysia has just signed, been a signatory to the Disabled Act, the rights of the disabled people. And what Datin Paduka Katijah, my colleague and mentor in many ways, is going to speak to you about is about the economic empowerment of the disabled. Where a home, the Selangor Chacha Home, or the Rumah Aman Shishaya Selangor, which has been in this country for over 30 years, of which he's the president, is very much involved in this. And the sort of things that they do to prepare the disabled people for the working opportunity once they have graduated from this course. And it shows when she speaks afterwards, you find out that it is just not a question of charity. It is a question of planning, strategy, the economic empowerment, the role of stakeholders, the private sector, the community, the government, and almost everybody has got to be involved and committed to this. And I'm very happy to say that Datin Paduka Katijah, who has been a friend of mine for almost 10 years, has been at the forefront of all this reformation within the sector of disability empowerment. She's a volunteer. She works for nothing. And she has been involved as a volunteer for almost 30 years of her life. And she's a very dedicated person. She's not only the president of the Selangor Chacha Home, she's the Secretary General of the Far Eastern region of Chacha Homes throughout the world. As we know, the Far Eastern region is a big region. It covers anything between India right up to China, including Australia, New Zealand, the Philippines, Indonesia, Vietnam, etc. And the Q&A afterwards, you can ask her lots of questions, and I'm sure you will enjoy listening to her answers. So she's going to talk about economic empowerment, something which she started years ago. We thought it was something impossible, but now it is a reality. And it is as much due to her determination and a vision that this thing is now becoming a reality. It's something which the government is slowly beginning to realize that it is really the only way to rehabilitate the disabled. I will just mention just now in passing when we were setting up all these audiovisual systems, perhaps this is the opportunity for universities to consider this as part of the curriculum for part of the university education, maybe one of the subjects as a paper. And I think it's a good idea. And certainly in my role as one of the panel of advisors for the university industry and community linkage programs, of which I'm very much involved together with Associate Professor Angelina over there, to introduce this as a subject in the university. By then and only then can it be something very meaningful and very focused. So without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce my friend, colleague, and mentor, Datin Paduka Katijah.
Thank you very much, Dato' Ghaizali, for the kind introduction. And I'm very happy to be here because I'm very much a hands-on person, so bear with me. Okay, before I proceed to share our experiences in how we come up with the EEP program, Economic Empowerment Program, I think all of you know that Chacha Home is one of the homes globally. We have around 300 homes in the world. And in Malaysia, 7 homes. So I hope that I will give you a little bit of the background of Chacha Home. Then we move on into economic empowerment. Why we choose that field. Okay. Like others, all organizations, we are non-government organizations. We have our own vision, our own mission, and definitely we make sure that we work towards excellence. because even though we are a charitable organization, we do not compromise good governance practices and all that, and especially our young people here. I'm so glad to say that I've got 3 young adults, stand up there. Yeah. And this, and also the teacher, Katijah, she was once a principal. And looking at them, these are the people that inspired me. I think we really have to work something to make lives more meaningful for them. Okay, the mission, of course, we must create opportunities for persons with disabilities towards independent life. If we are not giving them the opportunities, how would they be independent? So we have to give them the opportunity. Okay, as you know, that the background of Shelter Home, we are the same, more or less the same. We have the 6 homes. We have residential care. That is the core business actually throughout the world. In fact, I started going when I was in UK. I worked with them and see how the services are done. So the core business actually residential care, because this is something that was done from the founder, Leonard Cheshire himself. He was the World War II hero. He saw lots of disabilities during the war. So definitely there's a lot of rehabilitation programs to be done. So when he came to Malaysia, he brought around some people, a group of people, and of course we can say that the Shelter Home was started by a group of expatriates, right? Because they are the ones actually, when they were in Malaysia, they wanted to do something. So when Leonard Cheshire met them, and of course with Topan Satya who was once the wife of the minister in Malaysia. So they started the home, and by then we only had 5 residents actually. We started with 5. And it grew and grew. Now we have around 59 residents. We used to have 60, but most of them have passed away. Now the services are very important because we have to make sure that rehabilitation of the residents. Most of them came in when they were young. We used to get a person with disability at the age of 7. They just gave the child to us, and till now, I think the oldest now, Konam, is 75. The rest have passed away. So he's with us for 47 years. So hydrotherapy, social activities, all these services have to be done, because we do not want any person with disability living in the home idly, not doing anything. We have to make their life a great purpose in life. Yeah? So, and also recreational, sports and music, and of course, as all shelter homes throughout the world, we base on volunteerism. It's very much a voluntary service, and of course it's very much a missionary kind of thing. And that's the reason why I gave up on my career and all that. And I felt that there's so much to give, So, and of course, because we are looking after the residents in the home, the caregivers must be skilled. So one of the services that we emphasize is a training program. And we are glad to say that we have published the caregivers module with the Ministry of Health, how to train the caregivers, the proper way of handling, lifting, how to feed them in bed and all that. That's very important. So I think university, I think you have more, you can enhance more if you come, because it's a learning process for us. But nevertheless, this is something that is a must for all the